Good morning. I already don't know where I put stuff. I saw Melissa and Deborah just chatting away, so I wanted to participate without having to type. My neck doesn't like it today. Oh, Deborah, Melissa, I'm sorry you two are having a hard time too. Being older is no fun. And thank you for the reminder to thumbs up, Melissa. This light may have to go because it is bright. Light. Tell you what, YouTubers pay a ridiculous amount for those ring lights. This is a cheapo light from Walmart, and I think it's giving me plenty of light. Says the spring chicken of the group. Oh, I need to change my chats. Okay, I woke up this morning, put Voltaren on my, well, it's not really my hip that causes the pain. It's something in my low back that causes my hip pain. Feels like it's being crushed. And I've just been feeling puny lately. I'm feeling better today than I was the last 2 days. Just some kind of sinus thing, probably because of the weather playing with us. Okay, now I got my times. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Am I spinning? Can I be very unhappy if I'm spinning? Okay. Allergies. Yeah. Well, I thought it was allergies, but it's like, for allergies, it kicked my rear. I laid down about 3 o'clock. I always lay down about 3 o'clock, but I was actually falling asleep Sunday. And then I did it again last night, and I was like, oh, goodness, I'm supposed to go help the kids tomorrow. I think I'll be fine to do that. And then I'm supposed to donate Thursday. I don't know if I'll be able to because they keep bruising me. They did that last Thursday. They're not helping my income by doing that. I donate plasma. I try to do it twice a week, but depending on who's doing the sticking, apparently I only get once a week. Oh, good. Melissa's was country internet. Well, that's not good for you, but had me hit. Okay. Now, I'm not big on pain medicines. I do have arthritis medicine, diclofenac, I think is what it's called. It actually does help. That and Tylenol is all I can take. And I was taking Tylenol the last 2 days, so if I was hurting, maybe I didn't notice as much. And lots of vitamin C. Good morning, Tracy. I see you. Look at that. 8 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Okay, I am just really not liking that light above me. Let me see if I can adjust that real quick, and pardon me. Well, that's not the right one. Maybe it was. A little softer. Okay, I like that better. But it's not glaring off my glasses. That's a good way to get a headache. Ah, there's my girls. Tracy. Meet Tracy, a mischief manager, provoker, best cheerleader, and wields a wicked witch. No chance. Then there's Melissa, who is practically creative, and Sylvia, who is at You and Me FPP. Dee Dee Angel. Oh, we're getting them. Best mods. Best mods. They know I like it when they do that. Melissa. I'm working on the professional tote for Natalie. Nice. I feel so bad. I need to get. Michael's has some fabric. Apparently not the Michael's we went to Saturday. I didn't see any fabric at that Michael's. Over me and daughter-in-law and baby girl, we had a day out Saturday, just us girls. Sweeter words never been heard than grandma, 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 grandma. No, it's mom, 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 mom. It's grating. But I was gonna, pardon me, I was gonna pick up some Kansas City Chiefs fabric because I gave the Kansas City Chiefs tote to my cousin's son, who is also my cousin, of course, but you know, actually it's my third cousin who got it. Anyway, I gave it to her because I didn't realize until I went over there and started helping what a big Kansas City Chiefs fan they are. And they're going to a game in September, and we get to keep baby girl. And I don't think, I think totes in the stadium are supposed to be clear, so I don't think she could take it to the stadium, but she is going to get a professional tote made of Kansas City Chiefs fabrics because she needs that in her life. She really does. Jay says it's outside is done, starting the lining. Nice. Have we heard anything I said? What is wrong with me? I'll tell you what happened. Someone left their earbuds in the car Saturday and just said they're fine there until 5 minutes before I started the live, and I ran outside and I got them. Is that better? Did you hear anything I said? I am so sorry. Still getting used to the new mic thing. Darn. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. I could hear you fine. It was just quiet. Okay, thank you, Tracy. Darn it. Every time you think you're on a roll, boom, cut off at the knees. And I do know when I touch this that it makes a bad noise, but I need to drink coffee. Okay, I got coffee and water. I can hear you fine, but some of the things get quiet. Okay, that should be fixed. Oh, I forgot to turn on this part of the mic. It's got a receiver on my computer tower. I forgot to turn this one on. I did my test and I was like, I have no mic. Am I going to have to go into the settings and find all that stuff and do the mic again? No, I just need to turn this on. Thank goodness. My coffee is almost done. Yay, Deborah. Let's see. Tracy. Nope, no noise. Okay, good. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. And I was going to do that Mormino trash can today, but then I decided, okay, this is what I use for a trash can in the car with the Walmart grocery bag in it because they're disposable. We get them all the time, copious amounts. And I keep them in a Lysol bin, just enough. That's all we need. Any more than that gets tossed. I'd say recycle, but I live in the country. I don't think we even have a recycling thing out here. Anyway, this is what I use for, is there any personal information on that? No. For the trash can in the car. Problem with this is I had it to where it wasn't tipping over in the back seat, and then it started tipping over in the back seat. So I thought, well, if I make something that this fits in, I'll still have the sturdy sides without having to do an extra. I know, folder, right? And this is the giant one. This is a giant one. I think they have generic like this too. If you're a coffee drinker, or if you know someone who is a copious coffee drinker, make sure that's not anything important. My phone just went off. Pardon me, and I apologize, but since we were switching our internet, our home phone is not working. So if there is an emergency, this is the way to do it. FedEx has got to stop letting me know things when it's inconvenient for me. Any other time, they don't. Okay. No, you're not cut off. I would just realize that you weren't as clear as I have gotten used to. Okay, thank you, Melissa. So it crossed my mind that I know how to do curves, and I've watched tons of bag makers. Tori, Lauren, my new friend Barbie, and Pony Designs. Anyway, watched tons of bag makers, and I understand how the circle is supposed to work. I also looked up how, did I look it up or did I just come across it? I think I just came across it. I'm using a plate and exclamation PDF. I'm not in the chat. Watch you get it 4 times. So you know you got good peeps. I was setting that up last minute this morning. Exclamation PDF gets you the circle that I'm using for this. It may be a little bit big. We'll find out together. But I used a plate and drew a circle with a marker on the back of faux leather. I did get this off of Vine. There are links. Oh, I think I pinned the link to this and the webbing that I'm using. And that's how big the rectangle is. But measure around the circle with a soft measuring tape, and that's how big your outer piece needs to be. That may or may not be correct, but that's what I've been doing, and it's worked for me. The only thing I'm thinking I may have issue with is I need to clip, I'll probably do that ahead of time. I need to clip the straight edge. Always clip this, and this is what I've heard, so I'm repeating what I heard. Always clip the straight edge, not the round edge, to get those circles to lay flat so you can sew them. So that's why I switched to this one. Now, if you want to see the pattern, and Lauren Mormino has a free pattern and a free video. She's done several videos, and I think other people have done videos on her free trash can video. Underneath the video, underneath this video, click more, and it will be right underneath the what I'm using area. And I have both my machines set up because I really didn't want to sew the landscape fabric. I remembered what it was today. The landscape fabric with a giant needle. Now, I still think this one is a 90-14, which is too big, but it's the one that I have in here, and I'm not switching it out. It's a universal. The one over here has, I thought I put a denim needle in it. It's either a 16 or an 18. Now I'm not sure. And the thread on it is for the bags. Just cut her pattern last night. I printed her pattern to cut it, and then I decided that I wanted around. Deborah said that. If you use a heavyweight interfacing on the bottom out of seam allowance, the circle should just pop in, perfect to sew around. Oh, that makes perfect sense to me too. Okay, thank you. That's what Tracy said. Thank you for the tip. She is our resident professional bag maker. Now if I just remember that, I think I can commit that to memory. But the thread on this upper one is a T45. I think I did not put that in the links anywhere because I'm irresponsible. I wasn't thinking thread. I was thinking needle, other supplies. It's a T45, T35, something like that. And my regular polyester 50 weight in the bobbin of that machine. I'm going to switch machines. All I have to do is unplug this one and plug this one in, and we're good to go. That way I can sew the leather and do top stitching on the leather, and it's just, I think it's nicer. So let's see if I missed anything. I apologize. Oh, I had a list too. Oh, we're only 2 minutes in. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see, what is my list? September 22nd is the first day of fall. My trees went on early vacation. Clearly it's fall now. Thank you, Tracy. That's a good point. Tracy says, good girl, never use a text weight thread in bobbin on a domestic. And she's the one that told me that. That's where I got my information. Just so you know. And both these machines are domestics. There are links to the machines underneath. They are affiliate links. Anything Amazon link is an affiliate link for me, which means I get a little commission if you buy something. If you don't buy something, that's fine too. If you just want to see what it is. Let's see. Oh. I almost see. I have to write these things down. Mom and Pop got a new sculpture. I think they said it was 3 years coming. It is amazing. If you haven't seen Mom and Pop Quilt Shops live from Saturday, oh my gosh. If they could make those in mass and sell them, I bet they would sell like hotcakes. They'd probably be pretty expensive. I don't care. They are gorgeous. It's quilt. As she says, she says, well, that's right, because she's always chasing Pop. She's in back of Pop. And the sculpture is like a good size. I'm just guesstimating. It is a really nice size sculpture. It's gorgeous. Anyway, if you haven't seen that, you should see that. And she has, they're having giveaways over there. She's making bags for September, scrappy bags. Use your scraps. Make simple. Well, the bag she made Saturday looked very simple. And I was like, oh, I could do that. I may have done that. But just the way she explains it, my brain really likes. So anyway, Chris did a phenomenal job on that sculpture. Tracy said, yes, absolutely. It is just I was getting the replay yesterday because I was gone Saturday and I didn't feel good Sunday. I was doing some of my own stuff Sunday too, trying to do some of my own stuff. Let's see. The 8th is the block of the month, which will be Monday, which means I need to get mine sewn, recorded, and up. At the very least, sewn. And pictures. And I'll give you a sneak peek after we do the trash can of where I'm at with that. Melissa and Sylvia, they're already on it. Must be nice. So the block of the month, mine is Shattered Stars. I have a theme. That's what it is. It's free. The block is free until the next month's block drops. And then we'll take that one down. And don't miss over at Halos. She's doing the fantabulous Scrappy Star quilt. And her blocks will be free. I can't remember if it's free until the end of the series. I think that's what it is. I think her patterns are free until the end of the series. And then it's going to be a paid pattern. So go over there and get you some. And hers are FPP. But you could totally do them traditional piecing. Just do a little math and figure it out. Let's see. Next week, I'm hoping to do at least one of the cowboy boots from the free pattern I shared over on my, I clearly need more coffee, over on my community tab. I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I don't have any of that fun stuff. So that's where anything I want to share goes. Let's see. Oh, and our second annual. Is that what it's called? Second annual? We are planning, me, Melissa, Sylvia, possibly Dawn, depending on her work schedule. Dawn is over my quilt projects. Babes and Booze, October 4th, which is a Saturday. It's going to be a live stream, probably on my channel. If that fails, it will be on Melissa's channel. Exclamation. Thank you very much, Melissa. Says the woman who has 6 months ahead of both of us. I've plotted 6 months ahead. I don't think I've done 6 months ahead. And September is Mental Health Month. I think it's a good time to be sensitive to other people's struggles. I just can't say a lot about it. We lost someone whose birthday was in September. So it's Mental Health Month. Be kind, be sensitive. There is help out there, at least in the US. I think there's national numbers you can get a hold of. I don't have any of that information in. I looked it up yesterday and I planned to drop it all in, but I didn't get to that. I apologize. So Mental Health Month, be kind, be considerate, give some grace. Helping is better than adding to the problem. Just saying. Oh, my mom's birthday was 9/11. That's a hard one. Okay, and before I just got food. September is a hard month for a lot of people. And 9/11, I think it's a good month to do the mental health awareness, because in the US, 9/11 was very traumatic for a lot of people. All right. Back up. Deborah's is the 9th. Well, happy early birthday. Oh, I'm going to be live next Tuesday. I don't know what today is. 7, 8, 9. Next Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going to be live. Happy birthday early, because I'm horrible at remembering birthdays. Nobody told me my daughter-in-law had a birthday just a few days after my son, her husband. And her daughter, grandbaby, on Saturday kept saying, "Happy birthday, Mama." And I was like, and she says, "Oh, my birthday was a couple weeks ago." And she's still saying happy birthday. It was so stinking cute. And I was, "Your birthday? Nobody told me your birthday." And she's like, "Cody doesn't share." That's my son. He really doesn't. He also did not give Mama, sorry about that, also did not give Mama the sonogram pictures. very healthy little boy. On July 16, 2022, the 10-digit National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number 1-800-273-TALK or 8255 was converted to an easy-to-remember 3-digit number 988. Thank you. Melissa's birthday is the 12th. I need to write that down. I was going to ask you the other day, now that I've got a calendar on my computer that I think I'm going to keep up with. I need to get birthdays in it. Thank you. So you can text 988. I read something about that. Thank you so much for that. Melissa is in 10 days. JC said that. Lots of birthdays in September. I had lots of birthdays in August. There's lots of birthdays in September too. Okay, I probably should turn this on. Let's get to sew on something. This is a landscape fabric. And once again, I used the leather piece and just cut around it to get this piece. I'm going to, Lori is September 30th. Happy birthday, Lori. Happy birthday. If you want to hear singing, Mom and Pop, Lori Lynn sings happy birthday all the time. The top 10 birthdays are all between September 1st and September 14th. Did we just stir shade on people whose birthdays are after September 14th? Is that what we just did? All right, I'm going to move my camera. Close your eyes. We're going to get closer to the machine. Don't look out my window because, like I've said, I still ain't fixed that. Okay, hang on. Keep your eyes closed. If you get seasick, car sick, vertigo, all right, you can open your eyes now. This is what I've got my stuff in. My machine will go on 1. That gets my needle in the center. Did I thread that? I did thread that. I actually have gray thread on the bottom because it doesn't matter what color it is, and it was almost gone. I'm going to move this. The fabric is very thin, so I'm going to move my stitch length down to 1.6 and attempt to do a 1/4 inch. Okay, somebody hit my foot pedal. What do you know? It was me. We're getting situated. So I've got a 1.6 length. This is a 90-14 needle, an 80-14 or 80-14, 80-12, or a 70-10. I think are also good for thin fabrics. It puts a smaller hole in there. Okay, which machine do I have? I'm going to hang on to my threads as I go forward. I didn't need to go forward that much, but hey. Oh, okay, that's why it sounds funny. Apparently I hit my tension. My tension is highlighted right here. Normal tension is between 3 and 5. I usually have it at 3.5. It was way tighter than that, which is probably fine for this, but let's put it back where it belongs. There we go. And this doesn't have to be a perfect 1/4 inch. I think it's fine. It's a trash can. I mean, come on. All right. Back stitch. So let's see. And I did the same thing with the circle. We're going to see if I can sew the circle together. This is very thin fabric, and I am going to do it as I go along. The other one I'm going to clip, but this one I'm not. And then I'm going to stick the can in it to make sure it's the right size. So I'm just pick an edge. I'm just picking an edge. This is not best practices.
that it is what I'm doing, and I actually planned on doing it. Okay, I'm using my 1/4 inch again. Rita's Roost, the limping old farmer. Good morning. She says, good morning, Coleen and chat. Going to lurk while I make breakfast. Thank you for coming. Thank you for lurking. We love our lurkers. If you're lurking, we love our lurkers. Rita does some fun things on her channel. My husband loves the name of your channel. I told him the name of it and he started laughing. I was like, yeah. And I'm pretty sure she went live last night on her channel. I don't think I have a link to her, Melissa, because I just started watching her recently, I think. Now I'm just moving this out of the way. It may have wrinkles in it. It's okay. But I'm keeping my edges over here lined up. And I'm going slow. Oh, Deborah has coffee. Oh. Melissa started a fight. I knew it. Melissa started a fight because Tracy says, no, they are not. Mine's in April, and I matter, dang it. Yes, Tracy, you matter. My husband's in April, too. I say we just celebrate your birthday. I have grands in April. April's a good month for birthdays. Let's see how good a measuring I did. I am just lining this edge up. This is very thin, flimsy fabric. Pushing it back, lining my edge up. I haven't done a lot of circles, so I'm not going to get too cocky. And by the way, so nobody gets confused, the little short video I did after last week's live was just because I didn't want people to think that I was like trying to get subscribers by making you subscribe before you talk for a ridiculous amount of time. It's all about chat safety. That's all it is. You can see I'm lining up. I hope you can see I'm lining up this side and the edge of my, I mean, it's a trash can. Why would I put pretty fabric on a trash can on the inside? I just wouldn't. That's not something I would do. Micro things like this are hard. My hands don't like it. I do though. Push this all away. Got that lined up. Almost at the end. And Mom and Pop, by the way, are on today, 10 a.m. my time, which is Central Standard Time, 9 Eastern, or not 9, 11 Eastern, I'm sorry. Somebody fix me. They are always doing fun things. See, now I'm wondering if it's the outside I should have taken a 1/4 inch off. I probably should have. So you just flatten this where I'm putting them together and not worrying about nothing else. If your hands cooperate better than mine, this won't be so hard. May have to adjust that rectangle size. Yep, that's all right. See this? I've got leftover right there. About 2 inches. About 2 inches. That's all right. I am just going to fold it over because it's the inside of a trash can. And make a note for next time I want to try it. And there will be a next time because, well, when this works, I'm going to make another one for my daughter-in-law. She likes these kind of things. Yeah, especially because it's boat leather. Okay, I'm just going to fold this over. Not even going to complicate it. Fold it over. Back stitch where I started. And I may have cut this too big because, like I said, I used the leather as a pattern for it. I'm going to back you up a little bit. Close your eyes if you get vertigo. There we go. So other than my rectangle being a little off, you can see it's a little off right here. Look at that. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty proud of myself. That went together really well. Oh, I see I lurk a lot, and I scrolled up. How did I do that? PayPal just buffered, would not set up dollar conversion. What happened? Good morning, Brenda Foley. I see you. Sylvia. Oh, yes. Sylvia is at the doctor's this morning. This goes directly to Sylvia's You and Me FPP. She's thrilled to have support of all of us and will updating on her channel, community tab, and Facebook group. Yes, thank you. No, but have changed hours, 9 to 5. Okay, I missed something. Brenda has a shop. So I had trouble this morning at You and Me FPP. Tried to buy a cup of coffee. Aw, that's what happened. Landscape fabric, which is what that is perfect for card slots. And that's why I bought it. I got it on sale. Most common birthdays. Is that better? And Rita was laughing at my husband, I'm sure. Okay, sorry I was missing so much. Hardest work. Rita is the hardest working woman on YouTube. Which channel now? Okay, that's where Brenda came in. Oh, can't stay off to work. Okay, thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. And I hope the new link that Melissa shared works for you. Buying Sylvia a cup of coffee. We appreciate it. And by the way, we are trying to do a crowdfunding for Miss Sylvia. You know, you get on a retirement budget, things can be a little bit tight. And she is working with Old Tech, doing her amazing stuff here on YouTube. And we would really like to just try to raise the money to get her either a refurbished newer iPad or a new iPad. Because her anniversary, her golden wedding anniversary, and her 70th birthday are the first part of 2026. And we just thought that would be really nice. Let's see how this works. Huh. That works fine. A little bit big. You know what I could do, which I didn't do the other day. I'm not going to let you do it. You'll try later. Oh, no, that's true. Sylvia's Tech isn't old. It's a dinosaur. Okay. See, that right there tells me it's going to be too big. I'm going to use a 1/2-inch seam allowance on this, which will get it with just a little wiggle room, which is fine. Actually, that looks like an inch, doesn't it? Where's my circle part? Let me move this stuff. Well, we need to keep that. If you hear a crash, something has fell. And I can't see my chat right now. I may have not measured that right. Doing a quick guesstimate. Okay, we're going to go with what it is. I'm going to use a 1/2-inch seam allowance. I'm done with this machine now, so stop that. So, okay. I can't not see chat. It drives me nuts. I'm a busybody. Now I'm going to turn this off. They use the same plugins. Let's see if I can just move this one over. Over. These are both very light machines. Helps that up. Which is nice. This machine plugs in the back. And this is why I got a brother, because they are interchangeable. Okay. There we go. Easy peasy. And give me my chat back. Hang. Seriously, not seeing chat is like FOMO. Depends on the stiffness. Okay. Well, let me get up a little bit and I'll catch up. And yes, thank you, Brenda. We appreciate you trying. Just get a hold of one of us. If it's still not working, you might need to update. I don't know. It should take you right to it if you click the links that we have. Let's see. Tracy Albert, can vinyl handle French seams? Melissa asked, and she says, my Cricut and my embroidery machine can use the same cord. Talk about handy. I'm so sorry. It is. And depends on the stiffness of the vinyl. If it's stiff, it will crack and tear. But the thin or stretchy vinyl, yes. This is 0.6, so I would say it is thin. And I just got it. I hadn't sewn with it before. It was a yard for $12 for crafting on Amazon. So, you know, when you pay that for it, you kind of buy at your own risk. But I like it. And I think it's going to work great for the things I want it to work for. Never tried French seams on vinyl or figured if anyone had, it would be you. I've never seen a French seam on vinyl. That is an excellent question. Okay. Which foot do I want? Nope, don't want that foot. I'm thinking. It's a slow process, what I think. Okay, for my seam guide, I've got one. And I'm, let's see, quarter, 5/8 is just past a half, so 1/2 inch should be right there. Now I'm trying to remember where my measuring stuff is. When you move things, you get to learn it all again. Let's see. One gets that in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. So in the middle, I need to go over to 5/8 to get a 1/2 inch. And this is not perfect, but my 5/8 is marked on this machine back here. I'm putting my seam guide there. That's what we're going to go with, but it should come up. So I need this foot. These feet come off really easy, very simple to interchange it. No screws to mess with. Just click on and click off. And I have the 50 weight polyester in the bobbin and Tex. I want to say it's 45. Let me see if I can figure it out real quick for you. No, somebody punched all that. Oh, no. This is Tex. That's not right. It says 80. That is not right. No, that says something else. That's the color. Well, I don't know where the size is on this. Oh, probably right there. Yeah, no way I'm seeing that, just so you know. I can't remember which way this machine likes to pull it from there, so I may have to have a couple tries. Some machines, you can't even see what I'm doing. Some machines like to roll it this way. They like it to come off this way. Some have it the other way. I'm not sure which one this one does, so owner's manuals are handy. Oh, no, I messed that up. Quit putting my friend down, Coleen. Oh. When she says her friend, she's talking about me. I know, knock it off. Be nice. I fixed her, Melissa. I told her be nice. So like a 90-14 should be used when doubling up vinyl. Okay. This one, and that's why I changed machines, because this one does have a 90-14. This one has a 116, I believe, in the needle. Exclamation needle will get you links to all the needles and the sizes. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy. Oh, I've never tried to purchase this. I'm going to use WPC in my trash can wipe out when needed. Good idea. Waterproof vinyl. I'm pretty sure is what that stands for. My phone is going off. Let me make sure it's nobody important. It's probably FedEx. The only time they give me. Just a second. Yep, it's FedEx. Busy buddies. All of a sudden they want to keep me up to date. Waterproof canvas. Thank you, Tracy. Laughing at me, I could not figure out that C. Waterproof canvas in my trash can. Yes, the pliable vinyl you are using, Coleen, can be used for French seams, but a thicker needle would be advisable for thickness. And she says, so like a 90-14. Okay, so like a 90-14 if you're going to do a French seam on this type of vinyl. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm lining it up over here. We're going to move you close again. Close your eyes really quick. Vertigo is setting in. All right. You know, I find that easier than even using two cameras, and you don't have to fight for space. I may have needed to put a needle on this one. I'm going to go up a couple and back a couple. Whoops. And I'm not doing a good job of keeping against that seam. There we go. Hear that thumping? I'm pretty sure it means I need a new needle in here, because it's not normal. What is my everything set at? .5 stitch. That's good enough. I probably should have moved it up to 3. Nope, it's because your needle is thicker than needed. Oh, okay, thank you. I had no idea. My needle is thicker than needed. That's why it's making the thudding noise. Cool. Now, I was thinking about being fancy, but I'm thinking I don't want to be fancy. Do I? Do I want to? Because to get that all under there, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a seam to, just to be pretty. Can use a slightly longer stitch on vinyl. On the vinyl is on the sticky, or the vinyl is on the sticky side. Okay, I don't think the vinyl is on the sticky side for this one. I suspect you're right about the needle. And this is why I do lives. Learning as we go. See, I don't want to do this because I don't want that seam. I don't want to expose my threads on that seam by stitching it apart. I just don't. So, I have clips. Where are my clips? This is a super fast project if you're not talking through it. Right sides together. Anybody yelling that? Don't put that side to it. Right sides together. I probably could have found the middle of this circle. Actually, I can find the middle of this circle. Where's my marker? This should show up. It's on the wrong side. I really don't care what I use to write on it. Oh, yep, you can see that. Just folding it in half and finding the centers. So we're going to do a little bit better than we did on the other side. Like I said, it's a trash can. I'm not terribly concerned about that. And I'm going to call this the center, just to make it easy. I'll pull it apart. Get me a mark right there. This is just a acrylic metallic pen. Acrylic, what you call it? Paint pen for rocks, actually. So, open the seam. Open the seam, okay? Where the vinyl is on. To put this on, is that what you're talking about? Open the seam. It must be frustrating. I am so happy that you guys helped me. Yep. Okay. Coleen. Melissa. Okay, so we're going to spread this seam apart here. And I'm going to put this in the middle of it. Open this seam. There is some lag time, and I wasn't looking up. I am looking up now. And then find my 2 marks over here. Y'all, I'm making this up as I go. Just so you know. Clearly. I'm waiting. I probably could have done the sides too, but I'm just going to. Yep, like that. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy says, yep, like that. I'm going to move this back for a minute. I need a little more space. My hands are doing it again. Hands, you need to cooperate. Oh, and I found a new camera online. It was only $20 normally, but it's a newer one, so I'm wondering if maybe it's better than the camera I have. Might be faster. I might try that after I get it. Yeah, there's a little play, just a little bit of extra here. That's okay. I can work that in. And if I can't, it's a trash can, people. So if I did 3/4 of an inch seam with the same measurements that I have, it would have fit perfectly, probably. It's okay. Learning as I go. You don't learn if you never try. At least I don't. When I worked at the transmission place, I was like, you can explain to me all day long how to take apart these things. Unless you let me do it, I ain't getting it. Like, great, get your hands in there. I'm trying to remember to go back and forth side to side so it kind of gets to the center over here. Flip it first. It's a 3D object. Okay, hang on. If you do 4 points first, you might not need more clips. So if I found this, just a second, if I found the center this way and this way, may not need more clips. Just clip the 2. Good morning, Peg Mama Quilter. And she is also on YouTube. So if I clip it here, 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 and here, finding the centers of each, I may not need all these clips. Maybe I like clips. Maybe I'm addicted to clips. Maybe I have a clip fetish. Is that a thing? I don't. But I like them better than pins. Exactly, Coleen. Okay. I'll try that on I say girlfriends. So I call my daughter-in-law sometimes on girlfriends. Okay, there's just barely any left over. Just barely. And I'm going to start on the seam. I have no rhyme or reason why. I just want you to get that tacked down and taken care of. And for this, I'm going to do, hang on a second, we're going to be technical. I could do a 1/2 inch seam and it'd be fine. But I'm going to be safe. Just do the width of my foot basically is what I'm doing. I'm going to move this up here. That way it's easier. I'm going to do the width of my foot, which means over to here. This is my 1/4 inch foot. I'm just going to do the width of my foot. I need to move my coffee can and my sewing machine are in the way of my chat. Come on now. If you hear a crash, it might be my monitor. And I'll be getting a new one. Sew it with bottom against the bed. Thank you for Tracy said that. I forgot it. I actually watch people do this, and that is what they do. I have a very large cookie tin full of clips. My clips are wandering around on my projects. So I also like these. I use these quite a bit, especially with the leather stuff. It is so nice having people. They're helpful in chat when you're still learning, and I'm absolutely learning. And I'm notorious for trying to do things on my own. I probably didn't need to put that there. Okay, I'm going to go. I have my threads. I'm going to bump this up to a 3.5. What do we think? I think we're going to do a 3.5. Hang on to my threads. Forward a couple stitches, which I already did, and then backward. 2.5. Okay. Miss Tracy says 2.5. We're going to go back down to 2.5 because she knows what she's talking about. And again, I'm just pushing this out of the way. Use 3-ish for top stitch. Okay. Alrighty, I get that. I could have clipped the straight part, but I didn't. And it's going to be okay. I'll clip around it with my zigzag scissors when I'm done, I think. And again, I'm going slow. When I see let's call it a mountain. When I see a mountain like that, I ease it back. So hopefully it doesn't get in the stitch. And that's going to come up every time I need to move the clip, I imagine. Let's see. I was watching Miko's Craft, and he uses the little black binder clips. I must have seen him because I've seen somebody do that. Like, I need a reason to get more binder clips. I keep starting to order and I'm like, no, I actually have enough. I am easing this back to get it flat under here with my finger. I noticed I was doing that and not saying anything, but that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping my edge over here as best I can. I think this looks kind of fiddly, but it's actually, it's pretty easy. Get a couple of his free patterns. Got a couple of his free patterns. Nice. Oh, I was watching yesterday. Trying to flatten this out back here. Yesterday I was watching Fat Quarter Shop, old Halloween sew-alongs. And I'm pretty sure they still have those available, the free patterns. And I was like, I want to make that, and I want to make that. Those little binder clips are harder for me to use than plastic clips. Oh, I like the binder clips, the metal ones. And I think there's a link underneath the video to those because I do use them all the time. I don't even remember where I got these plastic clips. I'm thinking I probably got them on Amazon. That's when I first started. They were probably cheap, didn't know where to buy or what. I've heard bad things about them. I've heard good things. I'm flattening this out where I'm going. I was watching Tori last night, Tracy, and anybody else who knows who seems legit in Australia is. I was watching her last night do that bag, and she was talking about manhandling it, and that's exactly what I was thinking. That's right. Get it, girl. And then what else was I thinking? I was thinking something else about that, but it was so funny because I was like, it's a workout to make one of those big bags. Coleen, you shouldn't have to worry about puckering. It is outside the seam allowance unless it is in front of the needle. Who cares? Oh, okay. So I don't have to worry about that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was from Miss Tracy. All right, what are you doing? This was another issue altogether. That feels funny. This is our tester because, you know, if I'm going to make something for the first time, why not do it live? Every blog I make, I never make a tester blog. I do it recorded or live. Did you get ads while watching? No, but we have premium. We have premium YouTube, so we don't have cable or anything like that, so we pay for the premium YouTube. Trying to get my edge line back up because I lost it a little bit. Trying to keep it over here, which I'm not doing a fantastic job, but perfection is not for me. Pretty darn good usually wins. Yeah, I was watching Tori, saw that Empress tote also. Loved the engraving on Token's logo. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, I didn't even bother. I was going to tell my husband, look what she's making. But then he'd want me to get the stuff and do it. And I was like, nope. I'm pretty sure that was her personal stash and it's out of print. She had it printed, I think. Never got ads when watching her before. Got like 12 ads. I think YouTube is upping their ad game along with the other mischievous things they're doing. That it looks like a scale print on the straps that she did. Oh my gosh. I came in late. I had to back up to see how she did that. Whatever she's charging for that thing, it's not enough. That was acting funny because we got a little too much fabric. Like I said, if you do 3/4, you're going to get rid of this extra right here that I have. That's fine. Can I say 3/4 here? Yeah, 3/4 for this. Australia. Never got ads when watching. Okay, $160 is what she's charging. It's not enough. That is a huge custom. And did you see all the engraving she did in it? Oh my gosh. I was like, I really wanted an engraving machine. I like it when she tells people, tell your husband it's my fault. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna. So gonna. I think my seam got wonky back there. It's okay. So we're getting this pretty well. I do need to open that back up. You know what? I am going to tuck that just under there a little bit where I've got a little too much fabric, and I mean just a little, like maybe a 1/2 inch altogether. I'm going to tuck it under there. I'll do better on the next one. And so will you, if you do it. Oh. Okay, that bar caught my finger. I don't like it when I do that. Going over my previous stitches and then back stitching. She charges $100 Australia for her bags. Let's see, Tracy, for her bags normally, but she is upping the price for that one. She said she should. I was having trouble hearing her. And plus I had 2 gamers talking. Really wanted to smack them and tell them she was talking first. We backstitch so we don't need to tie anything. I'm really concentrating on the sewing and the bag, so if you can't see it, I apologize. I don't think I really need. Nah, not for this. I was gonna zigzag stitch this, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna turn it out, see how it looks. which means you're going to back up. Close your eyes and open your eyes. I feel like I'm playing hide and seek. See how it fits. I really like this thin faux leather. I really like it. I'm going to squish these a little bit. Nope, vinyl doesn't fray. Don't zigzag. Okay. I was thinking for the giving part of it, because it's a circle, but that's, thank you. Tracy said vinyl doesn't fray, so you don't need to zigzag it. I'm just smushing this. Romper's room. Romper's room. Deborah. I don't know what's going on. The pinned comment has a link to this leather. It's not, well, when I got it at this time, I got it from the Vine program, which means I get it for free for a review. There we go. There we go. Look at that. And I was hoping that the leather would kind of stand up on its own too. Yay. Okay, now we got to figure out the next part, which should be easy. I had it figured out in my head the other day, but then I'm going to clip that because it's bugging me. I should have just sewed down it. If you want to spread, if you want it to spread, you can trim with the pinking shears if you have them, or clip the edges. Well, I think it's fine. You can see in there, see how it waves. If you clip them, you're going to get rid of that wave. And you clip up to the seam, not through your seam. Like that. That helps diffuse the corner, right? Right. See, it's loosening that in there, helping it flatten out. And I pointed to the wrong place. But this is neither here nor there. Okay. Now, where is my... By the way, someone stole my lighter. I got a lighter. I know I didn't misplace it, because why would I get a brand new lighter and then misplace it? I put it somewhere very safe. From me. I better put it with my bad stuff over there. Well, I was going to burn these ends when I found my lighter, but dirty thieves. I'm kidding. It was all me. All right. I need to move that lighter over here. Where would I look for it? I look for it over here. It needs to be over here. On that dreaded safe. Yeah. Oh, that dreaded safe place. Okay. So I'm going to, trying to remember. This I want to be the back. And I went out there when I had to get my earbuds out of the car. I did, the efficient man's measuring for my 2 bars on my headrest. And my 2 bars are about 7 inches, which is about what the hand width is mine. If you do a lot of measuring, you find shortcuts. So I'm going to put one here. Like I said, we're guessing. And this is just a piece of strapping with a D-ring. You could use fabric. You could make a loop out of fabric and do this easily. Very easily. I had it. He doesn't like a shortcut. Okay, so I'll put the other one. All right. Now measuring's taking over. From the center. Oh, 2.5 inches. Yay. It's an even number. Going to add a flap to mine because my guys are sloppy. Deborah says. Okay, let me see. Does that work about right? Yeah, that'll be about right. So let's show you how I did that. You could just make a fabric loop here and make a fabric string to go around there. That would work. You could do it like Lauren Mormino does. That would work. I wanted to try this because we do weird things. No, because I like trying, just see what happens. Okay, so, and we're going to go with this because it's the way I have it already. I meant to leave a hole in here for turning. So, you know what? I'm going to have to leave a hole in here for turning. Where's my secret? I found the lid when I was ironing. Don't ask how that worked. I take some of these stitches out. I could have done a drop-in. Yeah. Drop-ins are so much easier. I don't know why. I like the look of these. Like anybody's going to see it. It's a trash can. It's going to be on my headrest. That's where I'm designing it to go anyway. Completely forgot. So since I want to turn it, I will explain. Just a second. There we go. That bag is not going to fit through that hole. There we go. Seam ripper fun. Everybody gets to have it. Okay, this is pretty pliable, so I think I can get it through this hole. If not, I'll have more stretches ripped out. But when I sewed the side of this, I should have just sewn here, left me a gap about the size of my hand for turning, and then sewed down here for the way I'm going to turn it. The drop-in one, let's see. Am I doing this right? You fold over the edges and sew them together like, hang on. Pardon me, sorry about that. Sew them together like this. Is that what am I right about the drop-in one? Yep, like that. Okay. I may do that on the next one too. All right. Behave. So I'm putting right sides together. I'm going to have extra up here too. That's all right. Going to put right sides together, make sure these D-rings are inside. Actually, I'm going to move this up a little bit. So we're just above that. Whoops. Let's remeasure. Just like a quarter above this rim. Right there. Why am I doing that? You're going to have to ask someone else. I feel like it helps it stay. Okay. Yeah. Well, the top fits. Bottom had extra, but the top looks like it's fitting well. Wow, nice. I'm going to give it a pull. Put a clip at the opposite side. I don't need a ton of clips this time. Oops. I need to fix that. Make sure this is inside. I do that so I can top stitch it down and it will hold weight better. The dropping kind, So it's, yep, like that. So it's more secure once you, oh, okay. Well, I will keep this one, and the one that I do differently, I'm going to give the daughter-in-law. There shouldn't be a ton of weight in this. It's usually, you know, McDonald's straw wrappers, tissues. Okay, so since I've got this, I'm going to stitch all the way around. No tab above the edge is best way to do it. Okay, that right there, tab above the edge, is the best way to do it. And I could have tacked those down before I did this. It would have helped them stay in place instead of me moving them around. I could have used tape. No, you're raising the holders up. When I turn this around, those holders, these will be, oh, I don't like that. These will be upright. Okay. This comes off, which is great for this. You don't need that free arm on your bed to do this, but I've got it. Why not use it? It's great for pillowcases. And I am just going to use the side of my foot again instead of doing the 1/4 inch. This is not complicated. Going to do very simple to see things. Had I stitched that down, it would be completely straight. Now I'm worrying that it's not going to be straight. Like it matters. It's a trash can. Okay, next time we know, stitch down. And I still have it on the 2.5. My threads are somewhere back here. Ah! I didn't try to absolutely line my seams up on this, but you can be as finicky as you want. It might push your tabs in. Yep. Not tacking them down. Yeah, sorry. Seam guide. Oh, the seam guide might, oh, that's true. Let's move that. And just use this edge of the foot there. Thank you. Smart people. I'm going to look at this because I want, okay, that looks straight. My D ring, square ring, whatever it's called, is crooked and it bugs me. Coleen, remove the seam guide. Gotcha. There's a little bit of a delay. Do not panic between the chat and me. And I am going to go over this a couple times. That crooked D ring was knocking me out of whack. Okay. You beat to it. LOL. Deborah. I don't need the seam guide. It's just one of those things. I've got it. Why not use it? Did I just... I felt that come off. My machine... This is why you stitch it down first. And this is the good machine. That's the possessed one. This is the good one. I'd like to go a little faster. There we go. This metal piece is in there straight. It's easier. just enough room to go over this to clear it. And we've made it all the way around. Just going to sew over those, back stitch. Get your threads off. Be as picky as you want or not, you know, it's yours. And nobody's going to see the inside. Stop doing that. Good point, Tracy. Next time, baste the tabs in and you don't have to worry about it. That's what I was thinking. Okay, now the hole that I made. If I wasn't talking to y'all, this would actually be pretty fast. And if I knew what I was doing. Ta-da! We turn it out. Give this a little yank. Get the fabric turned in right there. Line that up. Try to line that up. Clip it, pin it, glue it, tape it, whatever you want. I'm going to get this down a little bit though, because this is very thin fabric and I don't want it to come apart. Yes, I can fix it. Why would I want to? Folding both those sides over. Tempting to fold both. I should have switched machines. That's all right. We're having another bobbin race. Good time to use up bobbins. If you haven't changed the needle in your machine, I saw Melissa had a short up that said you're supposed to every 8 hours. I think I went sideways. It's all right. It's a good time to change the needle in your machine and clean your machine, which I need to clean both of my machines this week. It has been a good while since mine have seen. You could have hand stitched that, but like I keep saying, it's a trash can. Why would you? Poke it down in there. Just did both. Are you? Oops, my bad. Oh, you are. Oops, my bad. Don't know what Tracy's talking about, but it'll be fixed eventually. Whatever she's talking about. Okay. Now I'm going to top stitch. Keep this down. Don't need a million clips. Just need to pull the liner in. You don't want that sticking out the top, or maybe you do. Maybe it's a design choice. The needle changing malarkey. I like the word malarkey. And that's where Tracy has a wrench. I change when my threads start acting, up. They'll start breaking for no apparent reason. They start knotting because they're not going through smoothly because that needle is dull. I usually go through 8 bobbins before I need to change my needle. I do what I want. Tracy says, that's right, you do, girlfriend. I will say it again. She says, I do what I want. Oh, I must have been listening to someone with a Southern accent. I gotta stop that. There is a lady I listen to in Louisiana. Oh my gosh, my jaw twitches. And then there's Melissa's shorts, Granny, twitchy jaw. I really don't need all of these, but I'm going to put them in there anyway. Rolling the liner down and rolling the top back with my fingers. It's a skill. I think you figure out pretty quick. Okay. Now I'm going to start back here where my seam allowance is, where it's hidden. Give it a little. Let's try that. Let's try this again to make sure we didn't lose it. How about that? Maybe I should have made it just a little bit taller. Oh, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I am so happy with it. Granny just drags out my hillbilly side. I know we need to not do that with my voice. I thought Loretta Lynn was bad about getting me to do that. Okay. And I like the way this heavier thread looks for top stitching on the leather, the faux leather. I'm going to bump this up to a 3. I usually use 4, but we're going to use a 3 and see how it looks. Because Tracy said 3, and I want to see. Now, top stitching. I'm not going to use this foot for top stitching. I'm going to use my zipper foot for top stitching. I think that's the side I want. Nope. I want it on the other side. I can line my fabric up against the back of this foot right here, and it gives a very nice top stitch. But I have to move my, oh no, that's right. My needle is still in the center, so it's 1 and a 3.0. And Tracy's over there doing what she wants. Someone should put a stop to that. I dare you. If I change it when it starts breaking or shredding my thread. And I didn't know that was what was going on. When I first started, oh my gosh, I had so much trouble. I tried to do quilting live, and when I figured out what the problem was, I was like, oh, that's just clearly a me. All right. You're not wanting to move. Thinner fabric on the bottom. I should have started on that seam. It would have liked it better. Give it a little help. I'm going to move you guys closer. Closer. Okay, I need to not seam things. I got it. My husband was doing that all weekend. Need to make him stop. Okay, open your eyes if they were closed. Ah, oh, I love sewing this, and it's a domestic machine. Who'd have thunk that you could do that with a domestic machine? What did I do? Oh yeah, that's where I folded the extra. We're not going to talk about it. Let's get the needle up. That foot is right here. It's, I don't know, 1/8 more or less is what it's giving me. And I'm not going to speed through this. I find my stitches look better the slower I go. They're more even. It may be the machine. It may be me. You'll have to help it. Your vinyl is on the sticky side. Okay. So it's sticking to the foot. So I had to help it through. Thank you. Tracy said. When you said sticky side, I was thinking about the underneath side. I wasn't thinking about the foot. And I do have a Teflon foot. I just choose not to use it. You could put a piece of tissue paper or tape. We all have masking tape, and if you don't, you should. I think that's like a necessity for sewing. Now, I have a pre-made strap. I just need to sew one side because I decided it needed to be shorter. You can sew like binding or something and make a tie for it. I don't know if it's just me that always gets these stinking water bottle holders with the straps on them, and then you decide you don't need it. I never used the strap, so I took it apart. I was going to take my son's apart, but he wouldn't let me. Teflon foot or the cloudy Scotch tape is what Tracy says. And Deborah said, Bill asked why I buy a pattern, and I'm not going to follow it. Told him I follow it the first time. I follow it until I decide I know better. It doesn't take long before I decide I know better. I'm going to go over the stitches I have right here and then back stitch too. Let's help it. Well, we won the bobbin race. How much bobbin do I got left? Not bad. Enough to do the strap end that I need to fix. I'm very happy with this. On a whim, decided to do it. I missed some. I buy patterns as guidelines. I mostly hack them anyways. Yeah, sometimes I need a starting point. I need a starting point to help me. That looks really nice. You can't even see it. Back me up. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. This would look better if I spend a little more time mushing the edges, but putting my fingers inside those seams and pushing out just like you would with a like the purple thing. If you put the purple thing in here, go around the seam on the inside. It'll be fine. Look how nice that looks on a domestic machine. It may have looked nicer had I done 2 lines right here. It's the back. I'm not that girl. I really like how nice this faux leather looks. I'm very happy. And it was really easy to sew. If you know that it's sticky and it needs help sometimes. Yeah, my imagination doesn't always work like I want it to. Tori squishes it. LOL. Is that what she calls the Tori squish when she's doing that thing? I'd watch and she was doing it so fast. And I was like, you look away and it's like, okay, she'll do it again. Okay, where's the strap? This is the strap from the water bottle. I cut about probably 12 inches off that. Let's see how this looks. It doesn't need a whole lot to go around, and you could use Velcro too. It doesn't need a whole lot to go around. Kind of wishing there were D-rings there. I had some D-ring or rectangle rings I could have used. I still think that's way too much strap. Yeah, I'm going to cut that down some more. Yep, pinch and twist the seam. Pinch and twist the seam. Okay, that's what Tracy said. Shake it violently. Difference says like that. Oh, I remember what I was thinking now when Tori was saying she was manhandling that. I was like, I don't think that's overly aggressive. I think that's just the right amount of aggressive. I'm going to cut this more because I can let out if it's too short. I'm going to do to find out where somebody had my lighter, but I'm going to do a box here. No, the seam, silly. Oh. You could pull it too. Okay. No, do better next time. I get tickled at myself. I'm just going to do a box on this, and I'm just going to use the foot I got on because I can. I don't even think it needs an X. Because there shouldn't be anything heavy in this trash can. If there is, somebody's in trouble. I'm just actually lining it up back here again. Probably can't see. Nope. Now I want it closer. We're not going to push our luck. Closer without hitting that metal piece. Went too far. That's all right. fibbed. I am going to do across because I suddenly wanted to. It doesn't hurt to go over it a couple times. One more. One more. And I didn't hold this even. Did I? No, that's even. My stitch is crooked. my stitch is crooked. We're not going to tell. Wow, it got really bright in your room all of a sudden. Welcome, sun. Okay. I call that good enough. If you're looking close enough to see my stitch and go crooked, you're looking too close. Go away. Get on your high horse and try 20 miles an hour. Yeah, that's really hard to see. Sun is over there. Anyone know where this year has went to? Hang on a second. Since I'm done with that, I'm going to get the camera up. Close your eyes, please. Well, that helped with brightness. That all by itself, I think. There went the brightness. All I had to do was move the camera. Take too long to get a horse. There's horses around here. I don't know where, but I know they're here. And I may yet have to switch that. No, I think that's good enough. Get me a little grocery bag, Walmart bag in there. Put it on the back of my thingamadilly. I could have went a little smaller. Kind of thought so when I traced that plate, but used what I got. I cannot draw a circle. That'll work. And it will keep it from falling on the floor. That was quicker and easier than I made it look. Let's see. I don't think I have a print screen on this. Do I have a print screen? Oh, there it is. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, we'll know because I won't change the thumbnail. Gorgeous. Great job. Thank you, ladies. Deborah, Tracy. And cheap. This was like $12 a yard for this. And this was $5 for 2 rolls from the Dollar Tree on sale. And who knows what this was, but I had it. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it twisted. So now I've got a trash can and I'm going to have to make my daughter-in-law one, which means I'm going to have to empty another one of these cans. And, oh, just a second. Told you we'd have a sneak peek. I'm trying not to yell at you. Mike was way too close. Let me get a drink of coffee. I've been talking too long. Oh, very nice. Deb says, very nice job, Melissa. Practically creative and Melissa were trying to go together and come out my mouth at the same time. And don't forget about the crowd funding for Sylvia, a refurbished or new iPad, so we can keep enjoying her. Oh, good. Glad you couldn't see that. This is this month's block of the month for me. Do not say it's a lot of pieces. Quilts are a lot of pieces. I'm not sewing it now, but I put them in ABC order. This one is the same piece, just switched. And I mentioned on the pattern that will be up the 8th, you want to cut all your fabrics face down. Templates, this up, fabrics face down if you're using these templates. And it's A, B, C, D. Then you'll go down to E, F, G, H. It doesn't matter which one you do first. Then up here, do this one, and this one. Then these two. And you put that together, put that on that. Hang on, put this on this. Then put this piece on this piece, and that is that block. Sound confusing? And this is the FPP. I was going to do a couple in FPP and a couple traditional piecing, which is, this is just traditional piecing. You've got the right sides facing away from you. So you want to put the right sides together when you pick them up. That's a sneak peek. And this is green and white. And I'll tell you a secret. When I cut those, I wasn't feeling good. And I did not care. My whites, some of them are face up, some of them are face down. My green is a grunge. Some I don't like the grunge side of the green so much, but some of them are face up, some of them are face down. It's gonna add, I don't know, it's gonna add something to it. So that's sneak peek at the block of the month. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for hanging out so I don't have to sew alone. Friends should not have to sew alone. Oh, it's good. Thank you guys for all your help. All of your help. It's nice having the cheering squad, the tip squad. And if you've got any question, comments, as long as they're nice, because we know I don't do rude well. Feel free to leave them. And don't forget, subscribe to my friends. Thank you, moderators, over here in the chat. All the links are over here in chat. We're just being bossy. Apparently, I respond to bossy well. Have you met my parents? Sometimes I say things that aren't nice. Oh, but I've got in my cart over at Halos some glow fabric. Baby girl needs a glow fabric with glow thread trick or treat bag. So I'm going to be making one of those, and spoiler alert, that is my plan for Babes and Booze. BOOS. Thank you all for joining. I'm going to get off here and get comfortable over there in my recliner, and then maybe come back and sew on this. Sometimes you have to spell for YouTube's talk to text thing. And I'm going to put a picture up on the thumbnail. That way, maybe, more people want to see it. I don't know. Thanks. And don't forget, Mom and Pop are on at 10 Central, 11 Eastern today. It's Cross Stitch Tuesday, and she's making a bear cross stitch. She's fast, or maybe it's just, I don't know, and I would be really slow. Whoops, hit my mic. Take care. And yes, we do have to spell for Tracy's dirty mind. Gutter woman, get it out. We're actually friends, so I tell you, this is why she's a moderator. Can't trust her not to be. I love you guys. Have a great day. Be the light you hope to see in others. Take care.